Hello and welcome back to our Back to Basics series. In our final video, we're going to be covering some of the most frequently asked questions about launching your own online radio station and launching your own online station through Radio.co. First question, what is the most basic setup I need to use Radio.co? Well, we've already covered the most basic setup you would need in a previous video, but essentially all you need actually is a computer, an internet connection, a microphone if you plan to do some talking, and a collection of music if you plan to play any music. And with that, Radio.co will allow you to do absolutely everything else, including live broadcasting and voice tracking. How do people listen to online radio? Well, arguably radio has never been more popular than it is today, but the way people are listening to radio has changed dramatically. When you create your own Radio.co station, you'll get a unique streaming link. It's just like a URL web address that when clicked on will let people listen to a direct feed of your station. You can also listen to a station via the internet by creating a web player. You can also have people listen to your radio station via a mobile app, which we provide as well, which allows anyone anywhere to listen to your radio station, well, whenever they like. And there's an Alexa skill. It just allows people to shout into their Amazon Echo devices and instantly start listening to your station, all without lifting a single finger. Can I play copyrighted music on my radio station? Yes, you can, but you do need a broadcast license to do it, legally speaking. Having a broadcast license in place just means that you are allowed to play copyrighted music whenever you like. And through that fee that you've paid the licensing bodies, they will then pay the necessary royalties to the artists. So yes, but only if you're doing it properly. What kind of computer do I need to run Radio.co? Well, honestly, just an average one. You can use a Windows computer or a Mac computer to run Radio.co. It's all cloud-based, so it just runs off primarily your internet connection. You can log in from any computer from anywhere in the world and have instant access to your Radio.co station and your catalogue that you're uploading. So as long as you've got a fairly decent processor, it runs and it fires up your computer relatively quickly, then you're in good hands. Where can I buy radio equipment from? The short answer is online marketplaces such as Amazon. Relatively speaking, doing radio and podcasting has never been easier, so the ability to buy such equipment has never been easier. So just go on Amazon and look for some of the greatest microphones, audio interfaces, mixing desks, just general radio equipment that you may need, because chances are it will be there. What's the difference between a radio show and a podcast? In all honesty, there isn't a difference. They're both essentially the same thing. A podcast is just an on-demand radio show. Through Radio.co, you can actually schedule your live broadcast to record, and then as soon as they've finished recording, or as soon as you finish broadcasting, they're then available to instantly upload as a podcast if you wish. So it shouldn't be a choice between do I want a radio station or a podcast, because you should consider both. Can I make money from my online radio station? Well, yes you can, but it won't happen overnight. Just like any other radio station or TV station for that matter, you can advertise freely on your radio station. So once you've made an agreement with an advertiser, you can upload it to your Radio.co account, build it into a playlist, and then schedule it to go out on air. That way you're advertising someone and you're hopefully seeing a little bit of a pretty penny. Alternatively, you can put your radio station behind what we call a paywall. That means to have access to it, people must pay a subscription service to get access to your radio station. You can't do that directly through us. However, if you do go to our help guide and our blogs, you will be able to find ways to charge people to access your internet radio station. What's the best microphone for broadcasters? As you may have known, if you are trying to research the best microphone to use, you will come across certain terms, certain words that you may not clearly understand. For example, an XLR microphone or a USB microphone, or a condenser microphone and a dynamic microphone. Essentially, it's up to you about which one you want to get. A USB microphone can just be plugged straight into your computer, so it's great for ease. However, for more control and freedom about how you want your microphone to sound and ultimately your voice to sound, you might want an XLR microphone, which can be plugged into a mixing desk or an audio interface. There's also the choice between a condenser microphone and a dynamic microphone. Now, typically a dynamic microphone produces a much more intimate, warming sound because it concentrates on your voice, just like this one, the Shure SM7b. Condenser microphones are great because they give you a much brighter, arguably a much more natural sounding voice. However, they're not the most portable. That's because they require something called phantom power, which is essentially an electrical current that's used to get the most out of your microphone. Now, phantom power is available from a mixing desk or an audio interface. So as you can see, that's why they're not as portable, because you need an extra piece of kit. However, a dynamic microphone can come in the form of a USB microphone. So it doesn't require any extra power, so it's probably the best one you want to use for a more basic setup. Can I take live callers on my radio station? It's not technically a basic question, however, it's something we get asked a lot, and the answer is yes, provided that you've set it up correctly. What you'll need is a mixing desk, because a mixing desk will allow you to plug in a 3.5mm audio cable, which on the other end is then plugged into your mobile phone. That way, anyone calling you on the phone will be heard on the radio, permitted you fade them in, of course. You don't have to just solely rely on phone signal. You could use the likes of Skype and WhatsApp, which will arguably give you a much clearer sound. Can I try Radio.co for free? Yes, you can. We offer a free 7-day trial for any new user, so just head to our page, which is radio.co/pricing, select the plan that you want, and click on the Activate Trial button there. And for a week, you can do whatever the plan allows you to. You can broadcast to the world, you can create all your programs and share it amongst your friends. It's totally up to you what you want to achieve during that free 7-day period. And the final question, is there any more help available if I need it? Well, the answer is yes. We have dozens of help guides all on our Radio.co University, which contains videos and tutorials about every aspect of our software, such as our tools and features. We've also got reviews on equipment and just best practices for achieving the best radio station you can do. So that's free and available anytime you like. We also have an extensive collection of help guides available via help.radio.co, again covering every aspect of our software. And finally, if you want to speak to a human, speak to us. We're always available via studio@radio.co to answer any questions you might have about launching your own online radio station. Well, there we go. That's the end of our Back to Basics course. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you found it incredibly useful and have been able to answer a couple of questions you may have had. But if there's anything else you still need to know and I didn't answer it, then please don't hesitate to get in touch. The team here at Radio.co are always happy to help as best as we can. Take care and good luck launching your own radio station with Radio.co.